Is this thing on?
I think I shot at the screen too much and it freaked out. No, I will not go now.
Oh.
And we are here. We have arrived. We are in the building. Welcome to UCR Live for another week, ladies and gentlemen, out in the worldwide. Of course, I have the vivacious Vera with me today, but
and my tree. Oh,
and the tree. Not the Tin Man this time. We have special guests, the ghost grannies, Frightfully Good, Renata and Anne have joined with us.
Yay!
Oh, I did it the wrong way round. That felt really weird. Anne and Renata. Oh, I've confused the brand. I've confused the brand. How are you, ladies?
Oh, fit and fabulous. Fabulous. Stop looking at Anne's decolletage. That word. It's my wedding anniversary. I've got to bring the girls out and put a frock on.
There we go. It's
once
good
a year,
good to
doesn't
know
hurt.
That, you know, celebrate, shake it out, all the above.
Last time I tried to
so
put
you
girls
guys
out,
have
I
been
had to
very-
tape them in place.
You guys have been very busy since the last time we saw you, traveling the world and such, and
Yeah.
doing all the things. You've been to Ireland.
Ireland, yeah, and Scotland,
Yeah.
and what was the other place we went? Best place in the world for chocolate.
Oh, yes. That place.
Brussels.
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 I hear
And it was so
Brussels.
pretty. It was so lovely.
It was a lovely
Were there any
experience. I
sprouts in
really
Brussels?
enjoyed being there. No. Very, very good food and lots of free chocolate if you ask.
She became the expert of finding the freeze.
Good job.
Oh, Joe says hi, and then
Hi, Joe.
Dogsy says hi, and then
Hey,
Joe
dog.
says, "Why are we all so thin?" Joe, there's two different screenings now, so I think you're on the vertical, which you're seeing Anne's eye.
It's okay. Is that where you
We're
can
getting
only
a
see
little
our
echo.
shoulder? Just
Yeah. So if you go into the other one,
so
you'll be
do we
okay.
need to come in a little bit. So come over here, Renata. Come over here.
Oh.
See, there we are.
There we
Can you
go.
see us now?
Oh, they exist. They exist. Isn't that nice to see? Well, thank you for joining us today, ladies. We thought we'd throw some people some surprises and get you out of your comfort zone, and you can just talk
I'm
shit about.
surprised. It's a
Oh,
good
we're
surprise.
ready to that.
Yeah, I didn't tell-
Okay.
I didn't tell Vera you were coming on either, so it's a bit of a surprise for V too. We're getting close to Christmas. We've got to be surprising.
It's my Christmas present.
Do you know what is surprising though? We were just talking about before we came on. Oh, I can hear myself.
Yes, we're getting an echo. I said that earlier.
Ooh,
I can hear myself.
I like it. It's weird.
We can't.
Melania
We can just hear
Trump
ourselves
turned it out on
talking.
Christmas.
Hey?
The Melania Trump's turnaround on Christmas. Like we've gone from fuck this Christmas to so many Christmas trees you could kill yourself.
Oh, she's going to sell a book, right?
Oh,
She's got to make her last.
She's hawking Christmas ornaments. She's got six different Melania designs that are going from $75 to $90 a piece.
It is interesting that you could find them on Etsy, I think, too. But never mind. We won't mention that.
She's starting
I
out.
did
She's
hear
starting
that
feisty.
too. That she copied all her trees off of an Etsy poster.
Did you see
Yes.
the there was
She's making her
posts about-
emergency fund.
Yeah.
Yeah, her runaway fund. Did you see the post
Yeah.
about the White House decorations that they're all just like stuff you can grab from the hardware store and spray paint gold? And they're like, oh yes,
Oh,
it's
so
all-
like Bunnings.
it's all gold leaf. Yeah, it's like Bunnings for
Oh my
Australian
God.
viewers, but not for everyone else.
Every
Look,
single
it's
time
hard times. It's hard times, people. We can't all go into the top end shops,
Yeah, sometimes we just have cheap balls.
and you've got to give people that sort of you can do this. You can do this with $10. Let's share it out.
And I'm going to charge you
You can
only
decorate the White House.
$150,000 because I'm ripping your country offline while you're looking at this gold Guga I put up on the wall. Oh, did I say that out loud?
You did.
We always tend to. Could they act
Fucker.
like it's Harry, but it's Redbubble at best?
Oh my God. It's so hideous.
Absolutely, Dogsy. You got
Very
it.
true.
You got it.
Every time I see a
Vic,
new-
What have you been up to this week? Have you been kicked out of any other offices or anything lately for your Christmas singing? No? Just living the life?
Me? No. I have
No,
a great
nothing?
office now. I'm not near anybody. So I
You can sing as much as you
I
like.
can laugh. I did ballet earlier in the day. Huge
Wow. That would have been a sight to see. Swan Lake starring Vera.
office. Yeah. One
I like
leg.
it.
Not
One
one leg,
leg.
one leg.
Oh, hang on, I've got a tip coming out.
Oh God. Pay-per-view, watch the views go up. Thank you. We wouldn't mind that.
Well, somewhere in the agency, there's probably a closed circuit camera of it.
Sorry, Renata, what were you saying?
When did this become a fans only page?
Look, we are willing to diversify as much as it takes. Okay,
Yeah, that's true.
Whatever it
all I can
takes.
say, I am not used to wearing girly stuff at all. So this, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to move. I don't know the correct way to do anything. So if my boobs pop out, I apologise. I'm doing my best to be girly for today.
We'll put it on a reel if it does.
Hey, if your boobs
Thank
pop
you.
out, we might
Thank
get
you
a
in
few extra
advance.
views.
Yeah. Either way, whatever works. As I said, we are willing to diversify our brand because in these tough times, you've just got to roll with the punches, right? Just got to make it happen.
That's right.
All right, well, we'll roll with some punches. Speaking of, and this is all in honor of your boobage, obviously. We're going to dive into this week.
Hot load of hot topics.
I'm not
There
going
we
to do
go.
that.
I think you and Katrina can have a shimmy off one day. It'll be very. The earth will tilt off its axis.
Black eyes.
Watch that.
Oh God, Dogsy, are you okay? We went on a mandatory fun hike in work this week.
Those two words don't go
from
together.
that one mentally. No.
No.
Yeah.
Fun and hike do
kind
not
of-
go in the same sentence.
Any kind of mandatory team bonding thing is never good. It never works. I don't. No.
After COVID,
I don't choose to hang out with these people. It's like, no, it's not my
after
vibe.
COVID, the Biden administration gave a special fund to reward nurses and therapists that have been working through the crisis, the COVID shutdowns. And the county decided that they couldn't pay us out in cash because that wasn't the county way. So we had to have an in-service, and it was such an asshole thing to do, hiking up this hill. And it's like, oh, fuck. Can I take your car, Mike? I'm going to go down the road and go shopping. And I did.
That's like when they go, we can't afford to pay you, but we'll get some pizzas and it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Still talking about the
I'll
last
just
time
stay
we
at
went
home.
to Old Parliament House. Is that what you're bringing up right now?
No. I've been to when we have. Oh, I'm spilling tea here, but when we've had staff meetings and stuff in the past at a couple of my jobs, it's like, oh, we can't afford to pay everyone, but we will give you we'll get pizza and it'll be lovely. I'm like, I can have pizza at home. I don't need that from you. That's all good. That's all good. Hi,
Hey.
Lashana. Oh, how's the new job? We are, so I hope the new job's going well still. We're just trying the vertical thing. Don't worry. The first week we did it was half my face and Vera's shoulder. So it's there.
We're
It's there.
newbies. We
Just
can't get the hang of this technology.
Lead in. We're trying to roll with the technology so the kids on their phones can. Oh well, not in Australia anymore. Anyway,
Not the kids.
with the
Yeah,
social
no.
media ban.
Even outside of school?
You have to be over 16 years old now in Australia to have a social media account.
Oh,
It has begun. I will be very interested to see what the fallout is behaviorally and etc. etc. etc.
Well,
I did
here
see
in
a
the
very
state of New
interesting.
York, we have been mandatory cell phone ban for school-age children, anyone between kindergarten and 12th grade, between the hours of 7:30 a.m. and 4. And they've seen like a reduction in anxiety. They've seen better test scores. They've seen improved behavior. It's like it's only been rolled out for like 11 months, and it's like brought so many positives in the short time it's been rolled
I
out.
believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
But is this a result of COVID kids, the ones who grew up during COVID, and that's how they really learned to communicate?
Well,
and if
my nephew's 23, and he doesn't know how to talk to people he doesn't already know.
This is true. Yeah.
You know?
It's a worry though, because so I saw a post today in a local community group going, well, look at the government telling us how to raise our children, rah, rah, rah. I'm like, well, if you're letting them sit on social media all day, every day, is that really raising children or is it keeping them occupied?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if that's a reality or if that's just your knee-jerk reaction to something happening that you don't like. Because the benefit, the main reason, well, some of the main reasons that it actually went into effect is the horrendous amount of online bullying that has been happening in Australia and the ramifications of that. Joe, there is a separate link for the regular show. So I've just put the regular view show. So I've just put that in the comments if you don't want to see our lovely side by side. We're just keeping it real, keeping it true. So if you click on that one, it'll take you back to the horizontal show. It'll get you horizontal with Anne and Renata. Ooh, that's a spin-off.
That is a spin-off.
That's a spin-off.
Frightfully horizontal.
Enough of your two fingers. Enough of your two fingers. There was enough of that last night. Thank you. But yeah, they were saying, and then I saw another post saying, well, how are they supposed to socialize? How are they supposed to talk to their friends? I don't know. Go and see them.
Open your mouth.
Leave the house.
Mm-hmm.
Leave the house.
Go knock on a door.
Play outside. Touch grass.
Old-fashioned people.
But so I am not that far removed from I'm probably the closest of this cluster of folks to this generation that's complaining about it. But you know what, we survived.
You're the youngest one here.
Yeah, that's what I said in a nice way. We survived the introduction of all this. You know, we know what life was before and how to adapt it and dealing with it. The fact that people can't make a phone call anymore or talk to or go up to somebody in a store and speak to them or even knock on somebody's door. It's like, what? That's not how you want humanity to exist in the modern world, really.
Yep.
There's some people I'm happy won't come and knock on my door anymore.
Oh dear. I think I've got it.
Look, we just need one good sun flare to knock everything out and we would be buggered.
Yeah, I know. Don't wish that upon us.
It's an Australian word.
No chat GPT, Renata. We'd die.
No podcasting, so don't say that.
Yeah, that'd be a problem for all of us. We're up to $19
Don't knock the bread and butter. Hey, we are slowly on the rise. I'll thank you.
That's what I said. We're up to $19 a month.
Yeah. I'm very much that meme of the duck. You know, nice and calm on the top of the water and the legs going like this. That's me. All day, every day. All day, every day.
Get it.
Somebody else who has been kind of like that. Have you guys seen anything about the P. Diddy documentary that's hit Netflix? Produced by 50 Cent.
I haven't seen it yet, but I heard good things.
Yes, so Sean Combs' The Reckoning, as it's called. It's very dramatic. Sounds very dramatically titled. Has hit Netflix, and there's, I think, a lot less information than people had hoped, but there are some major takeaways from the episodes that have been released so far. So basically, the allegations from Sean Combs' teams is that the footage was obtained illegally and it was intended for his own personal use for documentary purposes, but they have disproved this already, saying that everything that is included within the footage is property of somebody else as well as Sean Combs, so they can use it in a copyright claim as with, what do they call it, Anne? What do they call it? You can use it for...
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember. There's something that you tick a box.
Or reviewing.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. You can tell the ones that do the back end stuff. It's like, yes, we'll tick that box. We'll tick that box and we'll do that. But the other big takeaways from it is basically people talking shit about how bad he was at making music. Like he has no original ideas and all of his music success was due to somebody else. Surprise, surprise. There has been no revelations about the Tupac allegations that are pretty well known, that Diddy had a lot to do with the possible extinction of Tupac Shakur back in the day. But most surprisingly, the jurors still don't know how to feel about him. And that's why the case had the result that it did. Even with the evidence that was presented, they still are conflicted as to their feelings.
Yes. Well, there's a lot of differing opinions about it here stateside. There are those who think it's because of the color of his skin.
Right.
There are those that feel that he's taking a fall because nobody can seem to bring down the other child predators in our society here, and then there's other people who think that he's getting off light because he's a celebrity, because he's a billionaire.
Right. A lot. That's what the articles. Yeah, the article says that a lot of people were starstruck because they were in the room with him, and that kind of clouded their judgment. And this is why you're never going to get a really impartial jury. For somebody who is that famous, right?
I mean, you could, but they'd all be in their 60s.
How about this for an idea, is that when they did do a trial, that the person involved was not actually seen, and it was just a pseudonym name called out and the alleged incidents that happen, and that way there could be no bias.
Right.
That would be a very interesting way to do things. Yep.
Or I think it's also a big thing with these. Sorry, Renata, go.
I was just going to say, getting people from a different country who have no idea who this person is, and are just looking at it from the point of view of going, well, this is a crime committed by a person, and we're going to sit and hear the evidence.
Yeah, I also wonder whether allowing any press coverage with specifics should be allowed in these kind of cases, because there
was a lot that was
when you're
shuttered.
sequestered. When you're sequestered, you're not supposed to see any of this anyway. They take away their phones, they take away their access to social media, to print media, to everything. But these are historic allegations. This is stuff that has been out in the zeitgeist world. If you are in the music clique, if you know music, if you know pop culture, these aren't new allegations. These are 20 plus years ago. So how do you get an impartial jury?
You go to the over 60 set.
Absolutely.
What's a pea doodle? I don't understand.
Was that the P Diddy Diddy Bang Bang song?
Oh, yes. I love
Baby
bed knobs
oil.
and broomsticks.
Was he constipated?
Oh, no. Baby oil will never recover from this. That
Never.
too should sue them. Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah.
Johnson and no more tears formula. I hope so. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, more Diddy to come. Oh, that
But-
sounds bad.
Let's just take a moment to appreciate how much 50 Cent has to hate Diddy to have saved this
Right.
footage for 20 plus years.
Right,
mean,
right.
This is feud on an amazing level. This is like,
Yeah, he is credited in every episode. Like, he pops up in the credits of every episode, and his official through line was, "If I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as hip hop is fine with his behaviors." That's the official line. But then he was on Today. Was it the Today Show with Rob and Rob? I think it was. And he was like, he said fruity shit to me and I didn't like it. But to that
just lost
too.
an argument, cred, but
Right, I know. It's like, well, it's the rap community. Of course, they're not going to like fruity shit. Come on. Allegedly. Let's not go down that rabbit hole. There's a lot more baby oil that we all need. But 50 Cent has hired Diddy's kids for his TV shows. Some of them in the TV show Power and other stuff that 50 has presented and produced. They just don't like his daddy, and that's a grudge. I'm down with people who can hold a grudge for that long.
That's
I love it.
Stone cold grudge. That's
Oh, here we go. We've got some viewer insight. Dogsy says, so for fun fact, after they raided him in the papers, I got a hold of Johnson & Johnson shares went down. That's not a surprise. Their profits probably dipped now that he's in jail too. Like, come on.
It's okay. The rumor is they give their money to Trump, so don't buy it.
We're not that bothered.
And have you heard, talking about that, can I just segue for just a second?
Sure.
Can I
love a
segue for
segue.
just a minute? Oprah is in Australia.
Correct.
I
And
did hear that.
apparently she is being funded by a company called Lilly. And Lilly
Eli Lilly
creates-
Drug Company?
Yes, the all of the injectables.
Yeah.
for,
Okay. Yep. GLP-1s
for
and semaglutide.
for fat
Weight
loss.
loss.
So guess what she's going to be talking about in Australia on all of the shows?
Trump.
How wonderful it is to have lost so much weight, and it's just all about believing in yourself and writing affirmations.
Oh, it's not. It's fucking taking drugs.
I'm taking a shot every week.
I'm shooting up every week. I don't care.
But what I'm
That is pretty good, though.
What I'm kind of saying is that she's been funded to come here.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Marketing.
It's marketing ploy.
It is
That's what
marketing.
she's gonna
There
be
is no
talking about.
transparency in this day and age. There's
She
no
also
transparency
owns-
in this day and
She
age.
also owns Weight Watchers Inc.
Sorry?
She owns Weight Watchers Incorporated.
Does
There we
she?
go.
She does.
Bloody hell.
Follow the money.
Bloody hell.
Follow the money,
Follow the
people.
money.
I'm just going to connect our YouTube.
Well, since you took us there, let's talk about some weight loss GLP moments. Amy Schumer, comedian, controversial
yes.
comedian for some.
I saw
has-
this yesterday. I could not believe it.
I didn't realize it was her.
let-
I thought it was photoshopped.
She looks amazing.
look photoshopped.
Let's not
She
take
looks
that
like
away
she's
from her.
12. Trump will love her.
Yeah. What's wrong with the face?
Well, this is what I want to talk about. So, she has famously had a diagnosis with Cushing's disease. So she started to take Mounjaro. She's a Mounjaro girly. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club.
Me
Amy.
too.
It's a wonderful place to be. It's a wonderful place to be. And she has fired back basically because she has constantly been not discriminated against. People have had opinions on Amy Schumer, obviously professionally in her comedy, but about her body and her appearance. This is what she's had to say formally. She says, "Sorry for whatever feelings it's given you that I lost that weight. I didn't lose 30 pounds. I lost 50 pounds. Not to look hot, which feels fun and temporary. Had plastic surgery over the years and I use Mounjaro. sorry to anyone that this lets down. I'm pain free. I can play with my son.
Mm-hmm.
Why is she apologizing?
Yeah.
This I don't think
Well,
it's I
giving her a
I
hard
don't think
time.
it's a I don't think it's a real apology. I think it's a I don't really give a fuck what you
Sarcastic.
say.
Yeah.
This is my
Like a
reasoning,
sarcastic one.
and you can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
No, she shouldn't even have to give her reasons. She
No.
can do whatever the fuck she wants. It's her
Well,
body, it's her life.
That's
And the shaming
this
that is
world-
coming with this medication is really annoying me. I have been on it now and I've lost over 25 kilos, which I don't know what that is in pounds, but it's a lot.
That's a lot. It's under
And
50.
if you think there's, if you think there is no price to pay and it's easy, it's not. You still have to change the way you eat. You have to eat less. You can't eat anything sugary or fatty because it makes you violently ill. So it's training the brain to do better. And because I have lost so much weight, I am moving more. I have the ability now to walk and go and do things. And very sadly, my joints that have been carrying around all this extra weight for so long are not coping very well, even with the weight loss. And so I still have pain, but I'm trying to push through it and keep going. So, yeah, you get intestinal problems, you get sort of bowel problems, everything dries up, and there is still a
I haven't
price to
had that
pay. There is
problem.
always a price to pay to lose weight. And that's what I always
Mhm.
say. That don't think anyone's just doing this by a quick shoot up and I can eat what I like and
Right.
it's hunky dory. It's not.
I've mentioned it a few times on the show. I'm also a Monjaro girly, and I have also been on Wegovy in the past, which was a nightmare for me. It made me incredibly not well and kind of didn't really help the situation. But I didn't just go to the doctor like when Ozempic came out and everyone went, I want Ozempic because I want to be skinny. I went through the rigmarole of doing all the blood tests, doing the X, Y, and Z of it all, and
Me too.
sitting there with a doctor and going, okay, he literally made me sit there and go, I want you to write down everything you've tried to lose weight. And it was a long, long, long list. And my blood work, when it came back, yes, I have markers in my blood work that show that this medication will help me. And it does help. It has helped me. And I've lost weight. And guess what? Nobody gives a fuck.
Well,
Nobody cares. Like nobody cares. And that's you can't do it for anyone else. That's the point.
yeah.
You can't do it for oh my god, you look amazing, because that doesn't always happen. Like I am wearing clothes that didn't fit previously at all, that weren't close to it, and people aren't saying anything, and that doesn't matter. What matters at the end of the day is that I'm improving my health for me, which, as Anne said, is allowing me to do more and giving me the agency to go, all right, well, now that I've shed some weight, I can do X, Y, and Z because I couldn't run before. I couldn't do this before. I couldn't do that before. Now that I can, it's relearning and restructuring the way that you use your life and without the noise of food and all that kind of stuff, because it does take that pressure off your back. So I don't think you can make anyone feel bad about that.
I also discovered through my ADHD diagnosis that I actually had a binge eating disorder, and I had no idea until I started on the medication and realized it was part of my ADHD. It was a compulsion. I couldn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take away. That's a good point. It doesn't take away the problems. It makes you a lot more
But it brings
cognizant
down the
of
noise
what's actually
so
going
you
on.
can
Realize it's a problem.
Right. But my problem here with this entire thing, and Amy Schumer, just to go back to the original post, is that the double standard. It's like, come on. You're damned if you lose the weight and you're damned if you don't lose the weight. It's like, it's nobody's business. It should not be anybody's business. You know, this is her body. If she feels better heavy, fine. If she feels better thinner, fine. It's not our business. We don't have to live in her skin.
It's the same thing with
problem
Meghan
is,
Trainor and
though-
Lizzo. They've betrayed generations of people because they got skinnier.
Yeah.
The problem is, though, they're in everybody's face. You know, if it was someone down the road that we don't really care about or know about, we don't care whether they've lost weight or not. But because these people are in our face, they're making good money, and that's got nothing to do with it. But we feel entitled to have an opinion because they are out there being public people, and they
It's
are
also
doing
women,
things
too.
that we're seeing. Oh,
Mhm.
women are terrible.
Oh, we
Women
eat our
are
own.
horrid.
We eat our own.
We all eat our own,
Horrid.
but they like Kelly Clarkson, Lizzo, Meghan Trainor, Amy Schumer.
And
When a man gets on this medication, a man in a public view, it's not discussed. Oh, don't you look amazing? Is what people like Jelly Roll.
yeah, Jelly
the
Roll's
singer.
not getting any shit
He's lost
about
a
it.
shit ton of weight. That didn't happen out of nowhere.
Mhm.
But it's not a conversation when it's a man. When it's a woman, it's like, oh, you've cheated. You've cheated. How
Yeah,
dare
how
you do
dare
that?
you? How
dare
dare
you
you
do
take a
that?
med that helps you get healthier?
So to lose weight is the idea that you must suffer to do the exercise and to starve yourself. And if you suffer, it's okay to lose weight.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
so. I think it's now seen as easier, but it was always
Yeah.
an issue with losing weight because there are women out there who love other women having a really hard time with life.
Yeah.
And if it's fatness, then that's good. Let it be fat. Everyone hates fat people. So let it be fat. Let her have hate. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
So-
all the other people that are in the same position that empathise with that person feels they've found a safe place. They've found a home that they can be themselves without any fear. And I suppose they feel betrayed when that person leaves that niche.
Absolutely.
And they feel like that they have stabbed them in the back and
Absolutely.
become those people that they all hated because the skinny people hated the fat people. And now she's one of them.
Okay.
But it's
So
also,
but
neurologically, it's also attachment syndrome. So we need to attach as people
Yeah.
to people who give us a feeling of comfort and joy. If that person leaves, who do we then attach to? Who is our next attachment that's going to make us feel good that we're still alive, that we're okay? It's okay to be here, with terrible hair or a fat belly or, not a pretty face or whatever. We've got to attach to something. And so these are psychological problems for people that they carry, but it's because we're now in this society where everyone knows everybody else's business and we're always online, it's all out there for everyone now. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
No. Don't be sorry. Dogsy has a little opinion here too. From my side of the fence, it's a privilege if everyone had access to the medication for free. I don't think it would be such an issue.
I agree.
But with the way that the world's economy is right now, it's seen as being privileged. But okay,
Absolutely.
that's fair enough. That's what I choose to spend my money on at the moment, though. My life has shifted in a way that I would buy things and stuff, and when you didn't fit into clothes anymore, you would go and buy different clothes because I feel bad about the way I look. How can I do something that isn't going to be self-destructive and eat more? I can just buy a bigger size. I can just do that. I can do that. Instead of throwing money away on hundreds of clothes and pieces of clothing that will never fit anymore because they're now too big or too small, I'm choosing to put my money into making myself feel better. And I don't think anyone should be shamed for that. I understand that it is definitely, especially in this country, with the price of these medications, because they aren't on any pharmaceutical benefit scheme or anything like that. You have to get it at full price, and it is a lot more expensive than you do. But these are the sacrifices that you make. You know, I could be putting that money into something else. I can't go to America at the moment, so it's not going to that. It's
Can I ask one
it's
question?
what I
though?
choose for money. Yeah.
How much are you paying per month for that?
The dose I'm on is about 565 a month,
Australian dollars.
Australian dollars. In this country, if we weren't underwritten by good insurance, the cost would be $12,000 a month.
Wow.
Yeah,
Glad to live in
our
Australia.
healthcare is so fucked.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And Joe says, yes, Dogsy, we have an obesity problem in Western countries, so this medicine can only help take the strain off the hospital system. I don't think it's as easy as just labeling it as an obesity problem either, because I have a big problem with that word as well, just from being within the industry that I work in. It's very self-critical and all of that. We've been through all of that. But it implies that is solely your fault. It's not. Your weight, yes, is determined by what you put in your body, but what gets put into what is put in your body? What is funded and advertised as good to put in your body? What is cheap enough to put in your body when you're somebody who is on SNAP benefits or someone that is on Centrelink here? They don't make... Healthy food is great, yes, but it comes at a price as well.
Yeah.
To eat nutritionally and healthily, it
French
costs money.
fries are on the $1 menu, and a salad is $8 to $10.
Right.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There's no
You
easy
know, when you
answer
go-
for it.
When you go to
Keep going.
places where they give you food because you can't afford to buy food, it's usually carbohydrates. It's
Oh, yeah.
bread. It's the
Pasta.
staples that other shops are getting rid of. Pasta, rice, everything that will feed you and keep you from starving, but it's not necessarily nutritious.
Right.
But what do
No.
you do? What do you do when you've got a family to
What do you do?
feed? You've got to
100%.
buy the things that, you know, if you've got $20 left to buy food, what are you going to do?
2-minute noodles.
2-minute noodles.
They're not
But
great
they're
for you,
not good for you either. They're not good for either.
Fills a void.
Yeah.
And like, to make it a more macro problem, a lot of people in this day and age are living in smaller dwellings, apartments, duplexes, stuff like that. We don't have the backyard is kind of a thing of the past in this day, where you would have your fruit, you would grow your own fruit and vegetables, and you could do that. You have access to land, you have access to all that kind of stuff. It's not just you fat person are horrible and it's all your fault that what you're doing is making you this way.
Well,
and that's not a get out of jail free card.
Even more
But
insidious
it's
than
a
you don't
bigger
have a
problem.
backyard anymore. You don't have access to the seeds. Big
to
food
water.
has co-opted the seed. You know, all the seeds are not trademarked,
Copywritten and owned.
and owned. Yeah, it's like Big Food owns most of the corn seeds in the world. You can
That's
only
ridiculous.
you can only buy them through them. And it's
We're lucky.
genetically
We could
modified corn at that.
We can buy seeds at the $2 shop or at the dollar store. They actually sell seeds. So yeah, but
Look.
it's very hard. We get back to this whole thing about 10 years ago, people who were in all of these industries wouldn't even talk about losing weight at all. This is something new. This is something that has occurred over the last couple of years, where weight.
Even when Ozempic first came out, it was a shush, don't talk about it. Now it's like, well, I'm using this, and this is why.
Yeah,
it's an interesting twist.
But it is also taking our capacity for information off the big things that are going on, that the governments are doing and everything. So let's focus on our little itty bitty problems and let's, tear ourselves apart, thinking about weight and all of that. In the meantime, the government and all the big millionaires and everything are ripping everything off us very quietly. So, we're too busy, and that's what they do. That's what they've always done. Let the plebs destroy themselves, and we'll just take everything that's left over. We don't have to even argue about it. It's just going to be there because they're too busy dying.
Yes, exactly true. All right. There are bigger problems than a tiny needle.
Hang on. I need to say farewell to you all. Great to see you all. Thank you for letting me join in the conversation.
And
happy anniversary.
Renata's going to stay here and.
Thank you. I'm going to put her center now so that you can actually see her on the camera.
She's going to be ready and furious. She's going to be ready and furious now. You're going to leave her alone, and that's never a good idea. She gets riled up. All right, we will move on from the little needle into some. This week's news has been a cage match fight between various social entities and the White House. So, shall we begin round one?
I'm ready.
Round one, ding ding. Madonna versus Donald. So, Madonna has had quite a lot to say about the Trump administration's, I guess, abolishment of the recognition of World AIDS Day. So she took a quite lengthy post, which I'm going to read some of because it's pretty good. Madonna says via Instagram, today is World AIDS Day. Today is World AIDS Day. For 4 decades, this day has been internationally recognized around the world by people from all walks of life because millions of people's lives have been touched by the HIV crisis. People have lost lovers, husbands, and wives, and girlfriends, and boyfriends, and mothers, and daughters, and children to this deadly disease to which there is still no cure. Donald Trump has announced that World AIDS Day should no longer be acknowledged. It's one thing to order federal agents to refrain from commemorating this day, but to ask the general public to pretend it never happened is ridiculous. It's absurd. It's unthinkable. I bet he's never watched his best friend die of AIDS, held their hand, and watched the blood drain from their face as they took their last breaths at the age of 23. The list of people that I have known and loved and lost to AIDS is pretty long. I'm sure that many of you out there can relate. Let me say this one more time. There still isn't a cure for AIDS, and people still die from it. I refuse to acknowledge that these people have died in vain, and I will continue to honor World AIDS Day, and I hope that you will honor it with me. That's some strong stuff.
That's some strong stuff. It's a pretty asshole thing to do, to say you can't commemorate this epidemic that killed millions. It's an asshole thing to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of push it towards you ladies here because I'm a child of the mid 80s and 90s, and I grew up in that era, but I didn't experience that era. So
I did.
Yeah, and that's what I want to talk about. But go, V. You start us.
The first person I knew that was sick was a friend of mine from high school. He kept getting sick. He had spent a significant time with his dad in San Francisco throughout high school, and he never made it to college. He kept ending up at U of R Hospital, which is a really big medical institution here in New York State. And they couldn't figure out what he had. And at that point, they only called it the gay man's flu. And somebody said, maybe it's this. But he was just the first of my friends to die. I had friends on the AIDS quilt. I watched several friends die over long periods of time. Even after they had the cocktail and their T cells rebounded, they still had the sarcoma and they were still painfully thin and still suffered all the time. I definitely lived through this, but I thankfully never suffered it. I just suffered with them, you know. But yeah, I remember AIDS pretty well.
Yeah. Renata, do you have anything to add to that?
Oh, we lost
Oh,
you.
we can't hear you. You've gone muted. Oh God, we won't know if we. Anyway, I'll take over. I'll take over for a little minute. That's okay. I think, yeah, I think what she had to say was very poignant and very appropriate.
Oh yeah.
By banning the day, it is an offense to everyone that has not only passed away, but to all those families who have had that loss. I think. Oh, Dogsy says, I think your mic is off. There's no blue light on
Can you hear me with this one?
Renata.
Yes.
Oh,
we
I
can.
can hear you now.
Can
Yeah.
you hear me with this one?
Yes.
All right. Okay. I'll use Anne's.
There you go.
I'll use Anne's.
Dogsy was on the case. Dogsy, the technical expert, like, there's no light on your microphone. But yeah,
There is, but anyway.
It's such. All right. Do you want to have your little say now? Sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah, no, sorry about that. I've worked in the hotel industry for many, many years. I was surrounded by beautiful, beautiful people who were gay, and we had the best of times and spectacular, spectacular people until this fucker hit everyone, and then everyone just went silent. It was like a darkness fell. And you were scared to be around people. In Australia, it was very, very underground. It was very, very quiet, but everyone who knew people knew they were going through this horrific thing of silence, of I can't say anything, I can't even, because you were just ostracized. Australians are really good at ostracizing people. You know, we tell people that, oh, no, everyone's fine. No, we're fucking awful. But it was, yeah, it was awful. And the movies and the things that were coming out were horrific, where they would be scaring you half to death. You know, it's
and that's the problem.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It was fear and miseducation and just not knowing that
and
led
so much
to
not knowing.
demonization. You know?
Yeah.
And understandably, when you scare a population, we have been through this recently. Let's not forget where we all were 5 years ago. When you put mass hysteria and fear into the population, horrible shit happens. The worst of humankind is exposed because self-preservation pops in. And you don't want someone to cough on you in case they give you COVID. I've got to go and disinfect my bananas because somebody might have breathed on them at the supermarket. People wouldn't share bathrooms with people, spoons with people, because they might have AIDS because they're gay. But let's not forget, it is not a gay disease.
No.
That is the biggest misconception still with HIV. Go to Africa.
And that's the reason it was so underfunded and so undertreated
100%, because it is targeting for the best that a disease can do. It is targeting the fringes of society, people of color, people of other sexuality, people without the money. You know, it's without healthcare. All of this stuff. If it was affecting straight white men, heterosexual straight white men, I think we'd have a cure quicker. And it does affect heterosexual white men. This is it. You can't. I think the biggest that's my biggest bugbear is that everyone goes, well, it's just a gay problem. It's not. It's a human problem.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
Just
and
like 5 years ago, when Trump said, "Well, we're not dying, so we have better genes."
Yeah. And look, I'm not gonna. I think his authority on speaking on anything to do medically went away with like drinking sanitizer and all that kind of stuff that he wanted us to do.
Yes.
And he's got Robo Robert as his head medical supervisor. Like, come on, no one's gonna trust him.
I know.
Did you remember when old mate fainted a couple of weeks ago in the Oval Office?
Yeah.
The guy that created Ozempic, and Robert Kennedy went, whoa, don't ask me to do something medical. I'm out. At least Dr. Oz was there to prop the guy up.
He did. He was
Robert's like,
out of there.
Robert's like, I gotta go. There's a whale carcass I need to explode. So round one, Madonna wins, and
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
I'm surprised nobody's like old bitch, washed up old bitch, old
No,
slut, old
Madonna
bitch.
speaks
No.
truth.
Madonna speaks the truth,
Speaking
always
truth to
has
power.
been a pioneer in the pop sphere for representing the otherness of anything, whether it be color, whether it be sexuality, whether it be femininity, whatever.
She grew
Madonna
up in
is
that.
the shit.
She knew how it hurt.
Yeah.
She knew
Yeah.
what destruction happened in those environments, and that's why she speaks up about them. It's lived experience for
100%.
her.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm. All right, round two. Ding, ding, ding. Franklin the Turtle versus
I
Pete
love
Hegseth.
this story. I love this. I love this.
So for those of us that didn't see, Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War, let's talk about that to begin with. No, we don't need to. We all know why. Secretary of War. That sounds very...
Yes, because war is so much more masculine than defense.
Right. Has used
It's right back
Franklin's
to
likeness...
1945.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm glad you went there before I did. But Pete has used... the Defense Department or the War Department, I guess
War
we call it now.
Department. It's the War Department.
Yes, the War Department now has used the imagery of Franklin the Turtle, a famous children's character, standing on a helicopter, aiming machine guns at boats containing
Fishermen.
fishermen? Yes,
Fishermen.
allegedly. Yes. Yeah. Go, Vera. Sorry.
Mr. fucking He-Man warrior shit is killing fishermen. This is how you prove you're strong, you fucking dipshit. Jesus Christ, I can't recognize my country. I am so disgusted. They're murderers.
So,
They're fucking assholes.
Apparently today in the Pentagon there was, or yesterday, the last couple of hours, there was a discussion where it has been proven that it was Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth who actually allowed this to happen. So
absolutely.
it's proved. It's
Yeah.
proved. And they're going to sweep it under the carpet. This is a war
They're
crime.
gonna try. I mean,
another war crime?
And now we get footage.
Yeah, absolutely.
We get to see what happens. Aren't we lucky? Aren't we goddamn lucky to see innocent people or just killed in front of you? Wow. That doesn't speak of the Germans back in Nazi concentration camps when they were lining people up and shooting them. No, not at all. Oh,
no,
gee.
Not war crimes, not heinous, not evil. No.
All right, so I want to...
No proof that they have any cocaine in those boats. No proof that they have a single weapon in boats. Saying they have to go back and shoot the survivors because they might regroup and shoot at the drone. The fucking drone. There's not even a human American nearby.
They're shooting them so that they can't speak truth. So that they can't say, oh, well, we actually didn't have anything on that boat. No, let's kill them so they can't talk.
Yeah.
So
assholes.
we have reactions from the use of Franklin. First of all, from Representative Adam Smith in Washington, the top Democrat of the House Armed Services Committee, said, "I've read books to my children, but not that one apparently. This is serious business. I mean, even if it's justified, even if it's right, seriously, you're killing people, and this is your response to tweet out some joke about a cartoon turtle. I mean, we need a Secretary of Defense who understands the seriousness and importance of the job that he has. We don't have one."
We don't have one. We don't.
And then
we have a cartoon character for a human being who thinks that he understands war because he's got this masculine ethos that's just fucking cartoonish. It's ridiculous.
Kids Can Press, the company behind Franklin, has also released an official statement saying Franklin the Turtle is a beloved Canadian icon, not American, who has inspired generations of children and stands for kindness, empathy, and inclusivity. We strongly condemn any denigrating, violent, or unauthorized use of Franklin's name or image which directly contradicts these values.
Yeah.
And do you think there was someone there that said, "Oh, let's use a Canadian character instead of an American one"? Just
No,
to
I
keep
think
the
he's
noise a
a
little
fucking
bit.
moron and thought it was Peppy the Frog. That's the character that's the Proud Boys use. I think he's too
I
stupid
don't
to
think
realize that
they're
it's a different
smart
green
enough to
creature.
realize that, Renata. I think you're giving people too much credit.
Yes.
So that was
Possibly,
that
yeah.
was round 2.
I
Round
think
3.
he thought that it was Peppy the Frog, which is
round
a
3 is spicy.
Proud Boy.
Round 3 is right. Round 3 is very spicy because it comes from the side of a very spicy lady. Sabrina Carpenter versus Ice, ladies and gentlemen. She's not a happy camper either because, blow copyright infringement out of the water. It doesn't matter. So Sabrina has fired back at Ice and the White House for using one of her songs in social media video promoting the office's immigration agenda. The video is set to Sabrina's song Juno and shows several federal law enforcement officers hauling people to the ground and handcuffing them. Now, for those of us that aren't Sabrina Carpenter adjacent fans, Juno is a little bit of a salacious song, but when she performs it live, that she does different Juno positions in every show. And the lyric goes, "Have you seen this one?" And that's what they're using as part of their take down of people in what they think is a humorous way. Sabrina says, "This video is evil and disgusting. Do not ever involve me or my music to benefit your inhumane agenda."
Yep.
But
it's a good thing they're speaking out because this is one of those things that quietness gets you really involved in the wrong side. You have to stand up and you have to say this is wrong. Otherwise, you're kind of complicit through your silence, and that's not a place to be nowadays. It can't be. You cannot be complicit anymore.
It's not making the news in this country. Our news is incredibly censored these days, but there are people speaking up all across this country every day. In Manhattan last week, everyday citizens who were just on their way to get a cup of coffee and out for a walk saw the ICE team pull up in a parking garage, and people, total strangers. It wasn't a planned rally. It wasn't that anybody knew they were there. They realized what was going down, and they surrounded these cars and wouldn't let the new officers join the group and wouldn't let the officers in the parking garage leave. And they stood there, people with strollers, people with groceries, people with ice cream melting on the sidewalk, who decided in that moment they could not be quiet. It happens every day in this country, and it's not getting into the news. This regime is being opposed constantly here. Every single week since Trump took office, in the last 317 days, people are out there speaking out. And I hope to God we have a country
do
to
see
restore.
We do see it. It is on YouTube. Thank God. Thank God on YouTube you
and
can see
TikTok
everything
and
hear
Instagram
everything that's going on. It is. So don't think you're not being noticed. You are. We hear people saying things, but nothing seems to change. That's the frustrating thing.
Because nothing's taken seriously. Because I want to read you the response from the White House.
I do think there is.
Yeah, I want to read you the response from the White House to Sabrina Carpenter, whose work they're using. Right. So, White House spokesperson Abigail Jackson doubled down and referenced more of Carpenter's lyrics, this time from her recent single "Man-Child." Here's the short and sweet message for Sabrina Carpenter. We won't apologize for deporting dangerous, criminal, illegal murderers, rapists, and pedophiles from our country. Anyone who would defend these sick monsters must be stupid, or is it slow?
Oh my God.
They have no cognizance of it. They have no cognizance of what they'd use. Like, I hope that they sue these people personally. Yeah. Because that was somebody's idea. That was somebody's idea to weaponize that intellectual property for something that wasn't intended. If I was Sabrina Carpenter's lawyers, if I was any of these artists' lawyers, that, there is now a long list of people who will refuse to be associated with or have their art used for the current administration. They should get legal. That's the only thing these people understand, is when you hit them in the bank balance. That's what should happen.
I think that Nuremberg has proved to us, though most Americans don't know their history by design, we have been systematically defunding education in this country since the 1970s. Nuremberg has proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that the arc of triumph the arc of history will sweep towards justice. And someday soon, I got the order. It's not going to be a defense. It wasn't in Hitler's Germany. It won't be here.
That's right. That's right.
Good people will always stand against that.
I hope to God it goes down before I die. I actually hope it goes down before Christmas.
I want to see them. I want to see them in orange outfits. I want to see them in jail. I really do. I don't want Trump to die. I want him to linger somewhere for a very long time in a place where he has only one thing to wear, and that is the color orange. I really, really,
he seems
really
to like it. He sprays it on his face every day.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. This is very true. All right. Well, we've gotten heated. We've gotten very heated, but we leave the heat to the one person who specializes it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Vera Van. Okay, V, it's time for you to take the spotlight. 3, 2, 1, vent.
So much of what we've already talked about today has to do with what I'm going to talk about now. And it's the day one agenda that this asshole brought into office 317 days ago. Feels like 300 years ago, but it's only been 317 days. And he said on day one, I'm going to fix this and I'm going to fix that. He even made a hat and sold it for $150 to a bunch of people who really couldn't afford $150. But Trump selling a hat. Said promises made and promises kept. But let's talk about the promises he made 317 days ago. He swore that gas would be under $2 a gallon in this country. He swore that he'd bring groceries down. He swore that he would deport 2 million hardened criminals from this country. He talked about tariffs making us rich. He talked about ending wars across the globe. He talked about strengthening the U.S. position in the world. And he talked about his lovely Doge crew who were going to come in and eliminate government waste. And what has he done since? Well, gas prices are down. They're not under $2. They're down about 12 cents a gallon in this country. So those of you who want to chalk up a win, the average gas price in this country has gone from $3.12 a gallon to $2.98 a gallon. 14 cents. Sorry, math in my head. Such a big win. However, groceries that he was going to bring down on day one are up across the board, 2.9% and higher in certain places. Beef has gone up 9%. Eggs are up 30%. Groceries are not down, and Trump is tired of hearing that word affordability. It's a made-up word. Nobody knows what it means. We do fucking know what it means, and we do know what fucking eggs cost, you asshole. They're escalating across the board. Deportation, 2 million gone. Well, he has deported about 200,000 people. Has he eliminated criminals? No. Less than 4% of the people deported had any criminal record at all. He was deporting grandmothers and 5-year-olds with autism and college students who've been here since they were 2, who didn't come here by choice, who were forced to come with their parents because their parents were fleeing, and they're getting deported on spring break. ICE is showing up and shipping them off to a country they've never been to, and, taking them out of the college and taking them out of the productive society. What have they done with the criminals? Oh, who the hell knows? He pardoned thousands of J6ers who were guilty of ransacking the Capitol and who threatened to hang Mike Pence, and they were looking for Nancy Pelosi, and they smeared feces all over the fucking Capitol building. They got pardoned. The biggest drug lord in the world who imported to this country 500 tons of fucking cocaine, was pardoned 4 days ago. He's cleared up that crime. He's pardoned sex offenders, and he's still deporting grandma. Fuck you. Tariffs. Keeps telling us we've raised $2 trillion in tariffs. We've raised $2 trillion in tariffs. These countries are finally paying their fair share. No, you morons. We're paying our fair share. That's why he's pretending he's going to give us a tariff refund. That's what he's calling it, a tariff refund, because we're the ones paying the tariffs. And in the reality, it's not $2 trillion. It's only about $200 billion that we paid for. Oh, but what are we doing with that money? We're certainly not paying for SNAP. SNAP would have only cost us $100 billion, and they'd still have $100 billion. But nope, we're going to get $2,000 back, and that's going to cost us $600 billion. If he puts through his tariff refund plan, he's going to cost 3 times what he's made in tariffs. That's some math. Keep it up. You know, end wars. He keeps saying he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize because he's ended 7 wars. I don't know what wars he's counting. He did mention a war in Argentina, which we have nothing to do with. He mentioned the war in Israel. I think he's counting each ceasefire that Israel continues to violate as recently as 2 fucking hours ago. Yeah, he's earned a peace prize for that. Maybe he's counting the war in Ukraine, which he keeps telling the Ukraine that they can end if they give up Donbass. Because, yeah, if your neighbor next door decides he likes your kitchen and invades your house, if you just let him have the kitchen, you can live in the rest of your house. Fuck that. And let's talk about the way he's destroyed our allies across the globe. He has denigrated NATO. He has denigrated the United Nations. And he has withdrawn from the Paris Climate Agreement. He's withdrawn from the World Health Organization. He's pulled funding for AIDS funding across the globe. He's pulled funding for food resources for starving people in Africa. He's eliminated funding across the board. And now we have less tourism, less industry, because countries across the world don't want to do business with us. So if you're still out there defending this bloviated carrot turd, you're an idiot, because he's an idiot and we're going to hell in a handbasket.
I love the terminology bloviated carrot turd. That's my favorite thing that I've heard in the last few weeks. Vera, that's amazing. You know, we all have to be very careful with good ideas and good things that seem okay to begin with, but may blow up in our faces or various other parts. Let's just have a little sample of this week's
What the?
Now, medical related, Vera, you'll appreciate this. War related, I think we'll all appreciate this. A hospital in Toulon, southern France. What could go wrong? Who knows? We'll talk about it right now.
Is that a shell?
Descended into chaos when a medical team was alerted that an 88-year-old man who had arrived with a World War I grenade lodged in his rectum.
Oh, good.
Oh, Lord.
Doctors
Lord.
concerned about the explosive not detonating inside the man were dealing with the urgent situation while investigating the circumstances of the strange and potentially deadly issue. It was later revealed that retiree had inserted the grenade for sexual pleasure. Fortunately, the bomb disposal experts arrived within minutes and ruled out the possibility of the grenade exploding. Surgeons then stepped in, made an incision, and surgically removed the object, which measured 20 centimeters in length and more than 5 centimeters in width. Following the operation, it was reported the elderly man was in good health.
You would have to be.
What is
You don't
wrong with
bounce back
people?
from that.
That's what I want to know. What is wrong with people?
I want to know how many times he did this before it got sucked up.
Right. That's a World War One grenade.
That's a phallus
It's seen.
that's been on this planet for a long ass time.
It has
Yes,
seen
not
some shit,
intended.
quite literally.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, look. Yeah.
I've always got to leave you guys with something nice to nice
palate
to think about the
cleanser?
rest of the
Is
week.
that what you're calling it? A palate
Yes,
Oh
cleanser?
that
my
ain't no
God.
grenade. That's a 50mm shell. That's what you would use to penetrate a tank, not an anus, says Dogsy. And
Let's
Joe says
let me
maybe
just
it
take
maybe it was a suicide attempt.
one quick PSA. The anus does have suction, kids.
Flared bases,
There
people.
is
Flared
no
bases.
Put shit up your ass unless you know you can get it out.
Flared bases or have the tongs handy.
That's
That's all we're saying.
that's made my day. That has made my day.
Well, there we
Thank
go.
you.
I'm so
Thank you,
glad
thank
that
you.
has made your day. Thank
I
you for
just
joining
shocked
us,
my
Renata.
sister.
Thank you, Anne.
My
Thank you,
sister
Vera.
walked in
I've been, of course.
left.
Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll be back again next week. Have a wonderful week and keep things out of your ass. Bye.
Yes, please.
Boom.
Suction.
Why is it not ending? The stream won't end, Vera.
I don't know.
End the stream. We're going to be on forever by the looks of it.
Okay.
Okay. End stream. Bye.